Hey guys, I want to show you a couple things that have been immensely helpful to me when using Tradestation. So the first thing is using charts and studies. So I'm going to show you how to save your studies so that it automatically shows up on a chart so you don't have to keep putting it in every single time you open up a new chart. The next thing is the fastest way to actually trade on Tradestation, and it is not using the matrix, and I'll show you why. So first, let's open up chart analysis, and right now it has my default studies in it, and this is a paper account, so I'm not up $108,000, but I wish it was real. Next, we're gonna add a study, so go to studies, add study, and add whatever studies you want, then hit OK, and you can see your studies right here by hitting edit studies. So these are the ones that I have on my chart right now. The next thing is hit save study group. So if I hit save study group, now I can name this study group, which is all the studies that I have loaded on the chart right now. And then make sure to check this button. This is the magic button that automatically adds the studies on any new chart that you open. So whatever you want on every new chart, just click that, hit OK, and then it will load every time you open up a new chart. So that was something that was very helpful to me. And of course, you can hit edit study groups, you can add a study group, what is actually showing on your chart. So if I want my daily study group here, it will replace them if I hit OK, just like that. So now it's got my daily setup. Now, the fastest way to trade on Tradestation. So in my first video, I said that it was using the matrix, and let's open up the matrix so that you can get an idea of why it really is not the fastest way. This actually happened to me live, the story I'm about to tell you, where the matrix really screwed me up. I completely missed an ad on one of my trades because I couldn't scroll fast enough on this. So I was scrolling as fast as I could, but it wouldn't let me. And Tesla is actually a really good example of this, because if we're on 1 cent increments and Tesla starts actually moving fast like it was earlier today, it's not right now. See how hard it is to follow it, to follow along? It's like, oh, I want to enter right here, and then it does the auto go back to where the last bid and ask was, and so then it moves and like that. And so it can really kind of screw you up when you're doing something that's moving really quick. So I found that this actually didn't work very well for me. It might work well for other traders, but when it's moving so fast, it just makes it really hard. You can change the axis here. So with Tesla, I would probably do like a 50 cent move. So I can trade every 50 cents here, but didn't really help that much because then I could only trade within those 50 cents too. So the fastest way is using the chart to actually trade. And you do that by clicking this button right here, chart trading. So click that, and it's gonna pull up this sidebar where you can make your trades. So here on Tesla, I can actually just hold Control and click, and that puts in a buy order, a limit order at where I clicked on the chart. And then you can just drag it. And I'm not clicking anything to drag, I'm not pushing anything on the keyboard to drag it. You can just drag it. Then if I put it up here, it'll automatically get me filled. So if I want to buy more, let's say I'm right here, I'm actually shorting Tesla in this paper account, so that's why it's saying cover rather than buy. And then if you hit delete, you'll delete the line. And if I hit Alt, it's gonna short it or sell it. If you have a position, it'll sell it. If you have a long position, sell it. If you have a short position, it'll add to it. So let's say that I want to short it up here at right here. It's giving me the warning because it's a large order. Now I have the 500 short right here. It'll be red for short, blue for long. And if I do that down here, then it's going to do a stop market order. So if I drag this limit order down here, it's gonna immediately fill. But if I hold Alt and click here, it's going to do a stop market order. Same thing with a buy. So if I'm doing a buy order up here, it's going to automatically do a stop market order. And then down here, we'll automatically do a limit order. And play around with that in the simulator before you do that in real. It is actually really quick, and you can move it pretty fast too, especially if you aren't doing such a big position there. And then if I really don't want these, I can just hit delete. So that is one fast way, but I would say the fastest way is using these buttons over here. So here's your position size, and that does correlate with when I hold control. So if I change this to 200, it's going to do a 200, right? And this P right here is actually a pretty convenient button as well. That is position. So if I click that, it's giving me my total position size. So I have 1200 short of Tesla right now in this paper account. And then I can change that to whatever I want. The fastest way to trade is using these buttons though. So if I click here, it's going to cover at the price that you see on the level 1, which is the bid and the ask. So if I click on 442.06, right there, see it put the order 442.06. So that put my limit order. And then of course, if I do a market order, it's going to do market. Order fill. So that one's going to be an immediate fill. And then if I do the hit side, then it is going to be the hit or the take. It's going to be on the opposite side. So if I do a take, it's going to buy it at the ask. And then if I do a hit, it's going to sell it at the bid. So you'll get filled immediately. So I'll show you right now. I'm going to hit position size just to show how many I have left. And then I'm going to hit the take. So that's going to cover me. See, it was immediate because it went on the ask side to get me out. And then I can do the other thing and do hit. And it's going to do the same thing. So you'll get filled immediate, but it's a limit order. So technically, in my opinion, the take and the hit is better than cover market and short market, because those are market orders. You can get filled all the way down, especially if it's a penny stock. You might get filled all the way down and get a really bad fill. Whereas with a take and a hit, it's going to put in that limit order right there at that ask or bid side. Look at that. I'm already up $216 with these 200 shares, and say that I want to hurry and get out. I'm just going to hit take. So now I'm out. You can see how much faster that is than trying to scroll over here in the matrix, being like, okay, what was the price point that I wanted to get out at? Crap, where is the stock at? You know, matrix can really get confusing in that way. There is one more thing. You can do attach OCO, and then you can choose any of these options where you can hit like, let's do something like this. So now you can see it placed a lot of orders that this would not work with Tesla. You can play around with the OCO orders. There's a lot of options there. The other thing that you can do is enable keyboard trading. If you click that, it's going to bring up this. I'm going to hit end map keys now. So this is basically giving you hotkeys. So you can choose to buy, cover, join, whatever you want. I mean, you see the options here, and then you can just hit add, and you can choose the hotkeys that you want. So if I hit F1 right now, it's going to buy or cover and join. So I have that checked right now. I'm going to hit F1, and then I have to hit enter, and I have this confirmation saying, do you want to? And then I can click do not show this because I'm trying to use a hotkey here. And then yes. Oh, and this is actually doing an OSO order too. So I wouldn't want to do that. And then these buttons down here are very convenient as well. So I have all these orders in, and I'm like, oh, no, actually I don't want to do that. You can just hit cancel all, and boom, they're all gone. So it is very convenient in that way as well. You can also hit reverse or close. And if you hit close, it will do a close at the market order. So you're just going to get you out as fast as possible at hopefully the best price, but it's a market order. So you get what you get. That is a basic rundown of chart trading, which I have found to be very quick, especially on doing scalp trades. I mean, you can just hurry and buy, and as soon as it's filled, see it go up a little bit, and you can scalp it and put in another order real quick, and then say, oh no, I just want to get out. I can place it down here. Boom, filled. And it is that fast when you're doing real trading as well. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Chart trading has been super helpful for me. Comment below if you have used this or if you're going to use this. And of course, like and subscribe. I can make any videos on any of these. I actively use Tastytrade or Tastyworks and Tradestation and Thinkorswim at the moment. I use all three brokers. So if you have any questions about any of those brokers, I do know all the ins and outs of those. I've also used Lightspeed. I came from Lightspeed but was ready to stop paying fees and found Tradestation was getting quick executions, and I can change it to be direct access if I want to. So, I mean, it is an option, but the free trading is, I mean, it might as well save $1,000 a month, huh? So, like, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.